Hello, social sellers, and George is here. In this series of live training of this week, we are talking about the strategic marketing and the strategic sales that you can apply today in your business to see better results in the way you do marketing and the way you do sales. No matter what you are selling, if you are selling offline and online, and I want to repeat that always. So whatever applies for the offline applies for the online. What you do online applies also for the offline. What you do for a product, tangible product, is also applies for service, with a little bit change, but not this much in the core foundation. So everything that I'm sharing the core foundation of how you can do things in your business today so you can get better results in terms of always money, time, and energy. So today, as I mentioned yesterday, that we're going to cover the three type of questions, or the type of questionnaires I share with my clients to discover what really they want, what is their pain point, and what is their desire, so I can serve them better through my process, through my method, through my product, through my offer. With that being said, in a previous episode, I covered the three questions that I ask my prospects or my customers at the early stage of business, when they are in the cold market or the warm market, when they are new in my pipeline. Like those three questions, I'm going to remind you about those three questions, and then I will move to the second part of today's training, that I'm going to talk about what are the questionnaires I ask my clients to qualify them before they buy my expensive product. So this is what I call the calendar invite, or the calendar questionnaire. So I'm going to cover that in a bit. But before, I want to remind you about the three questions I ask my clients. Every single one who comes into my process, who join, for instance, my Facebook group, I ask them those strategic three questions. Always, I ask them the first question: what is your biggest challenge right now in your business? If I'm doing business, in your relationship, if you are doing relationship business, in your money, in your finance, in your real estate, in your health, in your nutrition, whatever you are serving the client, always ask them what is the biggest challenge right now in that domain, in that topic, that you can help them with. The second question you always ask them like, what is the urgent need that they need right now as of today? Why we ask almost like the first two questions, they look similar, but in the core foundation and the psychology of it and the science of it, there is a big difference, and you have to understand beyond the wording you are asking and beyond the wording that your client they are telling you. Because most of the time, when your client tells you about a problem they are facing, sometimes they are mentioning a problem that is not the core problem. They are mentioning something they are struggling with, but it's not that much important. The core program or the core problem is somewhere like behind the scene that maybe they are not aware of, or maybe they are unaware of, and maybe they are embarrassed to share. Whatever the reason is, you have to read be behind the wording that they are putting into those answers when they share those answers with you. So the purpose of the first question, like what is your biggest problem right now in your business, or the topic or the product that you help them, or the solution that you help them to achieve the result they want, we ask this strategic question to understand like what is the umbrella, what is the huge problem literally they are facing. So maybe it is shortage of money, maybe it is shortage of health, it is shortage of relationship, it is shortage of whatever the topic or the thing that you want to focus on with them. So you understand the umbrella in the first question. The second question, because the umbrella is very broad and you focus only on the umbrella, on the broad thing, you get confused with the communication with your client. Because under the umbrella, like you can literally put like hundreds or thousands of solutions. So this is why the confusion happens. So the second questions, it helps us to narrow down the literally to understand the challenge, the pain point they are facing. So we tell them, as of today, like what is the urgent need that you want to solve? Like what is the immediate pain, the immediate problem that you are facing that you want to solve as of today? Like forget everything that happens in all your days. Just as of this moment, what is the thing that you want me to help you with? And we ask this question when you go, for instance, to a retail shop or jewelry or restaurants, how I can help you, how I can serve you. We always ask those questions. But this question is super important to understand because it is very specific. And also it is very specific under the big umbrella. So now we understand the whole scope, the whole pain point, what's going on in their life. And then you understand that tiny bit thing that you can literally help them to get result, to change their circumstances in this specific thing right now. So the most important, your client, when they disclose that kind of information, or when you want to help them with your solution to get a specific result in the future, the most important is they want to feel they are being heard, and they want to feel that literally they can experience the result right now, at least on the feeling side, before they buy your solution. And this is super important key in marketing and sales. If you do that correctly, this is when we say we sell on the emotion, we sell on the feeling, we sell on the thing literally move people into action. So the first two questions are super important to understand the pain point, to understand the big challenges and the small challenges, the immediate challenges they want to solve in their life. And the third question in this questionnaire, always ask them what kind of result you want in the future. But we don't ask them the question in this way. We ask them, where do you see yourself a year from now, or a month from now, or 6 months from now, after you have solved this kind of problem? And that question is super important because you need to understand what is the desired result, what is the desired situation, what is the future look like for them. So literally, when you understand that, now you can use this thing when you understand it in the marketing process. This is what you want to sell. You sell the dream, you sell the desired situation, you sell the desired result before your client literally pay and buy your solution or buy your offer. So those three questions, go back to my previous episode when I explained those questions. And I want to switch to the other questionnaire I ask when I qualify people before they buy my expensive offer. So watch the three questions. You can find that on YouTube, my YouTube channel, the Hypnotic Exponential Offer. And also you can find it under my Facebook group, 100% Profit, and also on my Facebook profile. So this questionnaire, the three questions I just explained, I use this kind of customer discovery for the cold market. Cold market means the masses. Cold market means the people who don't know you yet, they don't know about their problem yet, and also they don't know much about the solutions available in the market. The warm market, which is in the middle, the bridge between cold and hot market, the warm market, they start to understand you, they start to understand your solution, they start to understand their problem. And the hot market, they know you, they know the solution, they know the problem, they know that you can help them to get the results and all those kind of things, and they are ready to come and buy. So always the three levels of markets, we have cold, warm, and hot. So I use the first questionnaire for the cold and warm market to understand my market, to understand how I can serve them, how I can market to them, how I can post the right content on social media for them. So that is super important to understand, to keep that conversation open with your client or with your prospect on the go. So the second type of questionnaire I ask, this is what I call the calendar invite, or the calendar survey, or the calendar questionnaire. And on this questionnaire, I ask also strategic questions to understand, is this client ready and committed to come and buy my expensive offer? Because at the end, in your business, most businesses, what they are doing, they focus on the low ticket offer. They always have a product, cheap product. And I say like low ticket offer, if you are selling anything less than $100, this is low ticket offer. It doesn't mean like it doesn't create big results, and doesn't mean it could literally change people's lives. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying in terms of money is very little. And if you don't know how to sell on the volume, you're not going to make the right money. And when you don't have the right money, now you cannot scale. Now you cannot have the right time. And then after that, you cannot have the right energy, because your stress level is always going up. So the importance of the second questionnaire is always you have to think in your business when you have low ticket offers less than $100, even if you are selling a dish, food, or you are selling retail, you are selling health services, you are selling consulting, you are selling education, coaching, whatever you are selling. If you are selling lower than $100 as an offer, as a product or service, now you have to think what you can add to increase, or you upgrade your client from that low ticket offer to the high end or the most expensive ticket offer. More expensive ticket offer or high ticket offer, those are the offers are more than 2,000. Usually they say more than 1,000, but it's very common right now, like 2,000 and up. And sometimes it's 5,000. It depends on the industry and the markets that you are at. But in my industry, in my education coaching business, it's usually like around 2,000 that I consider that high ticket offer. So now I upgrade my people from the low ticket to the high ticket. But for me to understand really what they want at the high ticket, because sometimes when you upgrade now, you are going to solve a bigger problem. You are going to help your client to get better results. The more you charge, the more results you have to help your customer to get. So usually business owners and entrepreneurs and even coaches, they are afraid to raise their prices because they don't trust themselves. They can deliver good high-end results or help their clients to get those high-end results in their life, in their business, in their money, or whatever the topic that you are helping them with to achieve. So if you don't trust yourself that you can deliver those kind of results, you have to rethink how you should do business, because at the end, I believe every single one on earth, even kids, they have something that can literally change. They can teach, or they can share with the world, and they can change the lives of millions of people. So it is just the trust, the confidence that we don't have the confidence in us to provide the high ticket offer. So once you decide on the high ticket offer, now you ask strategic questions, and those are the questions I'm going to share with you right now. And the purpose of those questions also, we have psychology and science behind it. So when you go to my calendar, and you can find this link on my on the description I just posted. So when you go and you check on my calendar, and I use this calendar to open up the conversation one-on-one. This is what I call the free strategy session. And on this free strategy session, I sit on a Zoom call or Skype call or phone call with my customer or my prospect to help them at least map out a strategy in their business or in the topic I'm going to help them with. So after like they schedule the date at the time, they confirm, blah, 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 it takes them to this page. So when it comes to this page, I'm going to explain what you're going to see on this page. So the purpose is not how you can set up your calendar in this session today. The purpose is how you can analyze what are the importance of the questions that you can ask on this questionnaire. So maybe you can ask this questionnaire as a questions, like question and answer, or you can ask those questions based on a conversation, live conversation. Could be also chat, a chat on Messenger. The idea is understand the strategic purpose behind those questions, so you can literally apply those questions anywhere. So the most important, and I'm going to apply it in my business, and then you can apply it in your business. So if you are selling dentistry, if you are selling massage, if you are selling accounting, if you are selling workshops, whatever you are selling, retail, you can ask those questions, depends on your customers. So I ask at the beginning like very strategic question about name, email, how I'm going to contact them, like what kind of business, what type of business do they have, because I serve them on the business side. But here are the important questions I ask. I always ask at every single level of the market I serve, what is the number one challenge in their or in the topic that I'm going to help them with. I help them on the business side, so I ask them always what is the number one challenge in starting or growing their business right now. And that gives me again the big umbrella, the big picture of what they are facing in their life. Is it a shortage of money? Is it a shortage of trust? Is it mindset? What kind of shortages or problems or pain they are facing in their business right now. So the second question I ask them, because I'm qualifying those people for my high-end ticket offer, the most expensive offer that I may have in my sequence or my offering sequence, I ask them the other question. And the other question is, I want to make sure, can they pay for my service? Because at the end, it's great that you can help the planet, you can help the world, but if you don't make the money again, one thing, your client, they're not going to be committed to apply, because when people buy high money, they become more committed because they are losing part of their status, they are losing part of their feeling, they are losing part of their identity when they lose big money. So now they have to satisfy back why they invested all that money in something outside their control. So to satisfy that, they want to work with you. They want to work all in, to go all in to get the results, so they can satisfy and adjust, at least for their identity and status, why they have spent all that money on your product or with you. So once they get a 10x result, this is why we say, like, you should help your customer get 10x results when once they invest every single penny or every single dollar in your solution. So with that being said, understand, like, this question qualify your client to let you understand, are they, like, do they have the finances? Are they committed to find the finances? Are they committed to come and invest not only in the solution that you are sharing with them, but also they are committed to get the results they want to get. So the finance the point is super important. And so the finance is two parts. So I always ask them, like, what is your target? Like, what is the future look like in your business? What is the future, the return on your investment? Because when I ask them about, are you willing to or able to financially invest in growing my business, now I understand how committed they are in my process. So after I know they are committed, I also ask them, like, what is your target? Is your target like 80K a month, 80K a day? I need to understand, can I help them to achieve this kind of results? And is this kind of result depends on their circumstances when I go on the call with them? Is it doable in their circumstances right now? Because if you don't have any experience in business, if you didn't sell anything in your life, and your target is $1 million a month, so that is not reasonable at the beginning, because you still don't have the experience. You should go through, like, some practices. So at least you help them to understand, like, yes, like, let's set up something that you can get quick wins, and in the long run, I'm going to help you to get, like, more wins, more results, and literally you can achieve that income, that return on money, time, and energy on the go during a time frame. But you have to start somewhere. So remember, like, to start somewhere, that start should be in the right way. So don't go and over promise, and you cannot deliver on that promise. So the last important question I ask them, and this question is super important. I ask them this question not to know, like, if they know like, what to talk about me, for me to brag, like, people are saying something good about me. So I asked them this strategic question, and this question is this: We receive dozens of applications every single day. Why would you be a good fit for our program, or why you would be a good fit to work with George or work with me on that topic? I ask this question why because it's super important for me to understand, are those people, do they know me? Did they go through my post on social media? Do they understand my solution in the first place? Do they understand what I share? Do they understand what kind of results I can help them to achieve? So if they don't understand that, if they don't know me yet, so I don't think it is a good fit for me to help them in that process. So I usually let people to go through my process, let them like go through my pipeline or funnel for at least 14, 20 days at least, to warm themselves up with my solution, with my ideas, with my method, with my products, with my previous client stories, how I helped other clients, so they can literally visualize, they can literally understand how I can help them in the long run, not only on the quick wins. So those are the questions I ask for my clients at the hot market. Cold and warm, it's another questionnaire. So see, like every single questions, you have to go beyond the wording that you put on the questionnaire. You don't just ask people, what is your problem, and I'm going to solve it. Because literally, if your clients, they are happy today, they're going to give you an answer. And after 2 hours, if they get mad, they will give you a total different answer. And the reason is the way our mind works with our feeling and emotions. When they connect with each other, they affect each other. And the way you communicate, the way you say, or the way you voice out what's going on inside you will be affected by the way you are thinking and the way you are feeling. So you are feeling mad, you're going to give me an answer. You are feeling joyful and grateful and happy, you're going to give me a total different answer. So this is why we ask those questions, and this is why we need to go beyond the words that really your client they give you, or they answer you on those questions, either by a text, either by answering your phone call, or answering your messenger, or whether like the medium that of communication that you are using to communicate those questions with them. So with that being said, two types of questionnaires. The first one, you can find more details about. I already like recovered the topic a little bit today, and also the other questionnaire I use for my hot market, for the high ticket offer. Those two questions are super important for me to understand what's going on in the mindset, on the emotion side of my customer or my prospect, so I can serve them better. I can create the right offer to get to the desired situation they want to get in their life, in their business, in their money, in their time, or whatever the topic I can help them to achieve. So with that being said, if you have any question, if you like this video, share it, like it, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Hypnotic Exponential Offer. Join my Facebook group, 100% Profit, and I will see you tomorrow with a new topic and a new question. This is George, and have